Hello, ladies. My name is Tamar Tskhomelidze. I am an English teacher from Ozurgeti, school number 2. I have been teaching at this school more than 35 years, and I have quite a great experience of teaching English. But TOTSE program was the best experience I have ever had during my teaching experience. Now I am very glad to meet my TOTSE colleagues here again. So I want to share my experience with you. The topic of my session is practicing grammar in context. I have chosen this grammar because during my teaching experience, I used to consider grammar always to be very difficult if I compared it with other things. Some students and even teachers think that grammar is boring and uninteresting, and it is a difficult thing to explain for teachers. I used to think the same, but now I don't think so, because each of us can make grammar lesson entertaining, more exciting, and very, very productive. So I'd like to show you how teachers can face different problems and how can they solve this problem without any difficulties. Now first, please answer my question very briefly. What do you think? What is grammar? What is grammar? How do you think?
First of all, grammar is a set of rules. You need to make sentences and start speaking.
And what else do you think? It's a set of rules. And what else?
Structure of sentences.
Structure of sentences.
Brain driller.
Sorry?
Brain driller.
Yes, brain driller. And
Back of the language.
Yes, please switch.
And to my mind, do practice.
It's practice. It needs a lot of practice. Yes, you are sure. The topic of my session is today how to use used to, and I want it to be very, very specific, and that's why I decided to take this grammatical structure. Maybe you will think that it is not very difficult to use, but still it needs a lot of practice. So let's start. First, I want you to show the video first, and then you will tell me what grammatical, not yet, Marie, what grammatical structure did the girl use in my video, and then let us speak briefly about it.
Hello, my name is Natia. I would like to tell you my personal experience about my childhood. When I was a little girl, I used to drink milk, but unfortunately I don't drink it now. I used to dance a lot. Now I can sing well, but I don't dance at all. I did not used to speak English, but I speak English now. I am sure my experience will help you to use the construction used to in your class. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. So, I want you to tell me what grammatical structure did Nadia use when she described some things which she used to do in her childhood. It is, I think, very easy to understand, yes? She used to. And what did she do with this construction? Was it so? Please?
So she expressed the feelings that she experienced in the past, but not anymore.
Yes, but she does not do this now. Okay, thank you. Now, look at the sentences. So, then match the correct halves of the rules. Here are only 3 sentences. First, Nadia used to drink milk in her childhood, but unfortunately she said that she does not do it now. The second, Nadia used to dance a lot, but she sings well now. And Nadia did not used to speak English, but she speaks English well now. Please tell me, how can you match this correct halves with the rules? Can you see the sentences well?
Yeah.
Please look at them and tell me. So,
Nadia used to drink milk in her childhood. Unfortunately, she does not do it now. We used to talk. We use the past to simple to talk about past habits that don't happen now.
That don't happen now. Thank you, my dear. And what else? The second sentence? Please, Miranda.
Nadia used to drink,
To dance.
to dance a lot, but she sings well now.
Yeah.
We-
What does this sentence, what does it express?
Okay. It expresses the
Single action in the past.
simple action in the past, past habits that
Do not happen
now.
No.
Do not
Yeah.
happen now.
Things
Okay.
are different now.
Thank you. And the last sentence, Mari, please.
Nadia didn't used to speak English, but she speaks English very well now. We use the present simple and usually to talk about
Yeah.
present habits.
Present habits. Thank you, my dear. Now, if you understand why and how and when we use the construction used to, so now let us do the next activity. So, in pair, yes. But first, I will tell you what you have to do. Decide if the sentences describe a past habit, a single action in the past, or a present habit. Then complete the sentences with the correct form of used to, the past simple, or the present simple. Okay? First, work individually, then in pairs, and then share the whole class. So, ladies, are you ready? So, shall I repeat the instructions once more?
No.
Or it is not necessary? Okay, we shall start from the very beginning. Now, Miranda, the first sentence, please.
My friend went to China to see the Olympic Games in 2008.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's a past action, single action that happened in the past, so past simple. And I use the word went.
Thank you. Now, please,
Second
second one.
sentence is, we used to walk to school, but now we go by car. It's a past habitual action. Past.
Thank you. Mari, please.
She cycles to school usually, but yesterday she caught the bus. This is expressing present simple, expressing present habits.
Thank you, my dear. And Mari, please.
I did not use pepper. I did not like pepper when I used small, but now I love it. It expresses past.
Past habits.
Habits.
Past habit.
So, Lana.
They used to play football on Wednesdays, but now they play basketball.
So, what kind of action is it?
The action, past simple, which doesn't repeat.
Okay. And please, you?
They did not go to the cinema at the weekend because it was too expensive. But now I go. I did not used to go to the cinema at the weekend because it was too expensive. But now I go every Saturday. It is past habit.
Past
Or
habit.
present habit. Past habit, yes.
Girls, please.
The last one, Oliver usually comes to my house at the weekend because we are really good friends. This is present habit. Happening.
Present habit. So, That's all?
That's all.
That's all.
Okay, thank you, girls. Mari, please help me. Now, you will have to watch at the picture, and it is a scene from the life of Marco Polo. Find some historical mistakes in the picture and write as many sentences as possible, but affirmative or negative, okay? So maybe you don't see well, and that's why I will give
I can't
pictures.
see. Very nice if they give us pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Historical mistakes. The picture and write as many sentences as possible. Affirmative and negative.
Yes, that's right.
Please do it individually first and then share in pairs. Here you have the example at the end of the picture. You have an example and write in this way, okay? Affirmative and negative sentences. What did they used to do and what they did not used to do.
It was really fun.
It's good if it's fun.
Yes. Can we start?
It's my aim to make our grammar lesson fun and interesting and productive. So, shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready, girls? Please.
Used to MP3 players.
Yes, they did not use. Okay, thank you. Mari?
Yeah, they did not use to watch TV, they only used to watch live performances.
Please, you.
They did not used to wear jeans.
To wear jeans. And you?
They did not used to play. Oh, sorry. They did not used to play football. We see football on the TV.
Yes, and you, Marina?
They did not use to lit lamps.
To light lamps. And you, please?
They did not use to fly. They used to ride horses.
To ride horses. Thank you. And what about you, Lana?
They did not use to drink cola. They used to drink tea.
What? Tea, maybe wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I have one.
In China, they did not use to.
They didn't. Okay.
They did not used to wear sunglasses.
Sunglasses. And your sentence, Dali? I am very interested if you don't. Yes, thank you. You, please?
They used to have airplanes.
Airplanes. They used to ride.
Okay, they didn't
Yes.
used to have planes, airplanes.
Yes, airplanes. Maybe any other sentences, please, Marie?
Big chance. Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, to send mails.
Yeah.
Good, great. And you?
They did not used to wear caps.
To
That guy has a cap.
caps. And your sentence?
They did not used to wear jeans.
Yes, it's so funny. Your?
One more. They did not used to have any calculators.
Any calculators or mobile phones? Yes. And maybe some. Sorry?
They did not use to have electricity.
Electricity, yes. Okay. Is that all, girls? Thank you, ladies, for your activity very much. And now I want to tell you some sentences from my personal experience, what I used to do in my life. And now I don't do it anymore. So, when I was very young, I used to be very thin, but unfortunately, I am not thin now at all. So, when I was young, I used to dance Georgian dances very well, but now I can't do it, and I'm so sorry. when I was at the University of Foreign Languages here in Tbilisi, I used to speak French, but now I don't have any practice and I can't speak French well, so I am so sorry for it. I used to run quickly and ride a bike, but can you imagine me now running and riding a bike? I think not. When I was young, I also played basketball in my university team. I like to do it so much. And now, unfortunately, I can't do it, but I like watching basketball today. So, there are a lot of things I used to do when I was young, but today I don't do it. But I did not use to know English and to learn English, but today I learn English every day. Every day I try to use English in my life. So now I want you to tell me what you personally used to do, and so there. And tell me, write true sentences about yourself. When I was a child, I used to. Please write what you used to do. And first write individually, then share in pairs. And tell us then. Please, shall we start? Who will be the first? Okay. Please, my dear.
So when I was a child, I used to play the piano.
Okay. And you don't do it today?
Not now.
Mari, please.
When I was a child, I used to ride my blue bike.
Thank you. And you?
When I was a teenager, I used to play guitar and sing a lot.
Great. Great. Mari, please.
When I studied at university, I used to burn midnight candles. That means, yeah.
Very impressive, yeah. Mari. Thank you, my dear. Please, you?
When I was at school, I used to do some experiments in physics, but I can't do it now.
But you are an English teacher today. You, please?
When I was at school, I used to cheat a lot.
Great, if you're so fair today. Miranda?
When I studied at university, I used to study Latin. I don't know why, but
have you forgotten it? Have you forgotten?
I remember some phrases.
Okay, thank you. And the next, Mari?
When I was a teenager, I used to search the information from the books, but now I did it through the internet.
You do it through the internet, of course. And do you think is it easier? Okay, well, please.
When I was a child, I used to read much, but nowadays I can't read much. Only English.
Only English. We have no time for other things.
Yes, for other things.
Okay. And more sentences, girls? Any sentences or not? Okay. Thank you, my dear, everybody, for your activity. And now I have some questions to you. So, you were my students and I was your teacher. How did you feel? How did you feel? And what do you think about the lesson? Was it really boring? Was it really only a set of rules? Was it really not interesting or what? What do you think today? So?
I think that if I were your student, I would be happy because I think that my English lessons would be very fun. Even you've explained us the grammar material, maybe one point, maybe it's some kind of boring thing, but it was introduced in a very fun and interesting and motivated way.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, please.
For most of the students, grammar lesson is not interesting and boring, but you presented so many activities in a fun way and interesting way that I want to thank you, because as soon as I go back to my classes, I have to explain you to, and I will use all your activities. Thank you very much.
I liked this session because it was very pleasant and positive atmosphere, and I like the last activity. It was contained "What about you?" To my mind, it was the student-centered activity, and it was interesting for us.
Okay, great, thanks. What did you learn and how did you learn? Please.
So, in my opinion, it was a very good approach of teaching grammar, especially so used to by means of pictures and by means of finding mistakes and then make up sentences on the basis of this grammar phenomena.
Thank you, my dear. What, Miranda, please?
Well, everybody knows what we learned, but how we learned it, it was very well sequenced, I think. We saw the video. Natia told us about her experience, so that was very good because we heard how to use it in context, and then we had a chance to practice it through very fun activity, and it was like a game, though we had a chance to do the same as Natia did in her video.
Thank you, my dear. Mari, what do you want to say?
And I think I learned that how to use this used to more effectively. And you gave us many activities how to do it.
Of course, you can do it in other way, and you can use a lot of other activities too. But because of our time, we have done only some of them.
We can use the structure not on with used to, but with other maybe with tenses or with adjectives or something.
Yes, of course, but you can change something. Yes? What would you change? What would you change? You can do it because you have a lot of imaginations, very rich imagination. You are very young, some of you here, and you can use your thoughts, you can use your experience, you can use everything in order to change your lesson and to make it more interesting. So what would you change especially? Can you tell me? Mari?
Maybe nothing in this lesson connected with used to, but this is quite a good method to adopt to explain different tenses, and we can use pictures for different tenses, and also affirmative and negative form they have to find in the picture. For example, if we are practicing present, progressive, what is happening and what is not happening, vice versa. And it is very suitable for every tense.
Because today we
not only used to, we also practice past simple and present continuous. So it has a lot of varieties to be adopted and used in our classroom. So thank you for this.
Mari, you have already answered my last question. What would you and how would you adopt this activity in your classroom? But yes.
It's easily adaptable.
Sorry?
It's easily adaptable.
Yes.
I always enjoy the activities which give us chance to make a kind of adaptation. So there are some activities which is just for one thing and you cannot do anything with it. In this case, it was the activity which we can use with different grammar structures and language structures. So that's a really good job. Thank you for that.
Thank you. So maybe someone else wants to speak or not? Okay. Thank you, my dear ladies. I'm sure you will use my activities and my session for your future. Good luck to you, and of course, great thanks for your active participation.
Thank you.
Thank you.